This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
How can you describe the term release in software development?
So this is actually the varieties of the wording of the statement. Do you want me to go over the mobile app release versus the desktop app release or any like the web release? Which one do you prefer to know?
You can go to the web release.
So web release is the same. We have a 2 weeks sprint. We have the user story defined, and based on the user story, let me give you a quick rundown of the user story lifecycle. User story is on the sprint. The front-end developer develop the front-end, back-end developer develop the back-end. Once both development is done, the code deployed on the development environment, test environment, staging environment, step by step. For the testing team, complete the testing and deploy by the DevOps engineer. Once all the testing is complete, and if there is any bug found, the QA team actually work with the developer, they actually create a bug, work with the developer, and then once the bug is fixed, and then bug actually redeploy to the environment again, means the development, test, and the staging. Once all the testing part is complete, now we'll be deploying on the production. Once we deploy in the production, we normally call the release. Release means this is code is going to the production, it is ready. And for this, in the release, we do multiple way. One is the deploying a one user story on the production or 2 user story on the production. That's also release. Another approach is we are actually the packaging the series of user story. It can be a series of user story we are releasing, or a feature we are releasing, or an epic we are releasing. So it depends. If we do the day-to-day release, is actually our user story is going to production. After it goes to the production, many times we do not actually enable the functionality. We hold the functionality for a period of time. Why? Because once the entire feature is completed throughout the life cycle of 1 sprint or 2 sprint or 3 sprint, and finally, then we actually enable the entire feature on the production, and we also call that release. We call the final release. We call the initial release and the continuous release. And once all user story is completed, all the bug is fixed for a given feature, and with the deployment happen, and we call it final release. At the same time, we actually enable the entire functionality for the production user. Again, it depends on the environment. It depends how the team is defining the release process.